And welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only pro wrestling show to be hosted by an NFL player and a weight loss champion. He's Redskins defensive end Adam Carriker.
Howdy.
I'm former wrestling announcer turned weight loss champion Chuck Carroll. This here is Fourth and Pain. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Fourth and Pain. Like us on Facebook. And whatever else you do, set an Outlook reminder. Put it in your phone. Whatever it is you got to do. Have lunch with us each and every weekday, 12 noon Eastern on fourthandpain.com. As always, Adam, the show's low calorie, high energy.
And we are really, really ridiculously good looking.
You're damn straight we are. So on that note, that was the positive segment. And now I believe that for the next 10, 11 minutes, I'm just going to get ripped to shreds. Why? Because we've been talking about this since we started the show. And we're going to welcome on the line your teammate, fellow defensive lineman, Stephen Bowen. Stephen, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Frodo. How's it going?
I like it right out the gate.
Right out of the gate. Okay.
Love it.
So here's the deal. I wanted to bring you on because let me just tell the story one more time. I don't know if you realize quite the impact that you had on me. Adam, this was last season. I was having a difficult time.
You're a bit of a sensitive guy to begin with.
I may
Little
be.
sensitive.
I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Little
I
touchy.
can't help it.
Just a tad bit.
A little touchy.
Here's the thing. I had not made it to the barber in some time, nor had I taken a razor to my face. I'm walking around looking all sorts of disheveled. And I'm over interviewing somebody on the other side of the locker room, and I hear, Frodo! And I look over, and there's Stephen Bowen pointing and laughing at me with Tony Wiley, your director of PR over there. And so you know what I did? I marched directly out of that locker room, went out, got a haircut, came back. You see it, and you're getting into your truck, and you actually did a double take.
Well, here's my memory: is I was in the locker room, I saw this, and you got a little red in the face, but I didn't think it was a big deal. I literally 2 hours later, I'm getting in my truck. I maybe go eat lunch, have an hour meeting, get in my truck to go home, and I see you, and all of a sudden your hair's gone. I'm like, are you that touchy and sensitive that a man makes one comment and you go get a haircut because of it? I was blown away by it,
I was having a bad day. I needed to feel good.
I know, man. You got to suck it up, man. You can't feed into the peer pressure like that. But Adam, man, one day, the first time I seen him walking around barefoot with these big, enormous gnome feet. And he has like a little ring around his neck with a necklace, So I thought he was from extra from Lord of the Rings.
You know what?
Dude.
You know what? I totally see it. Even now, I totally see it.
You know what makes
You are Frodo Braggins to the T.
You know what makes this hurt even more?
Would you rather be Frodo Braggins or Schmeagol?
I don't even like the Lord of the Rings. You don't understand. I detest it.
The precious.
I love it.
That's what makes this suck so much. But why me? What is it about Chuck Carroll that makes you think, hey, I got to pick on that poor SOB? Huh?
Well, first of all, you're freakishly short.
Thank you. I've said that on many occasions.
And you resemble somebody from the Lord of the Rings. The first time I seen you, I was like, wow.
Your hair was a lot longer.
Just like him.
Your hair was a lot longer. You did look like him. I didn't put it together like Bo did, but I definitely see it.
Here's the thing. Being called short by you guys means nothing to me because you are two freakishly large individuals.
Dwarf.
Huge.
Midget.
You are a friggin' giant.
Vertically retarded.
You have gigantism.
Vertically retarded.
You had never...
Hobbit.
You never stopped growing. I never started. You're as much of a freak as I am then. Both of you.
Well, this freak was taller than you in the second grade.
Hey, they give you a handicap sticker when you park?
Shut up, Bowen. What college did you go to again?
That was
what
great.
college did you go to, Bowen?
Uh-oh, he looked up
what
stuff.
What college did you go to?
He came armed. I'm going to warn you, Bo. He's armed and ready.
What college?
I went to Hofstra University.
Hofstra. And you weren't recruited by anybody else? Why?
Because I didn't lift weights in high school.
Just saying.
Before the show, he won't say it. He won't say it because you're here. But before the show, he goes, "Really?" He goes, "Really? Was he that bad in high school that nobody else recruited him?" These are his words, not mine, man. I would never say that about you.
I may have said something.
These are Chuck's words.
Well, you don't talk to me about sports. The most sports you probably played was badminton.
I'll have you know.
PS3.
I was the starting left tackle.
Any sport.
I was the starting left tackle at George C. Marshall, okay? I could be
Is that a middle
Trent
school?
Williams. It was a high school. I could be Trent Williams' backup right now, but I chose to pursue a career in broadcasting as opposed to a career in professional sports.
You could be Trent Williams' chair that he sits on. You're already the right height.
The fact of the matter is, I have more talent in my 5'6" frame than the both of you two combined, and that's a fact that you can take to the bank any day of the week, gentlemen.
Well, I got to make fun of you every day. I'll let Bo have more fun with you.
Yeah, what say you, Bo? What say you?
I didn't hear you.
Exactly.
Gee, you're just like me. I never pay attention to him either. I'm with you.
No, I can't hear that little midget voice you got. You need to project yourself.
God almighty.
Nick Sundberg and now Stephen
Bowen. A
Bowen.
little child is speaking.
We're speaking with gentleman and scholar Stephen Bowen here on Fourth and Pain, along with his cohort, his tag team partner in crime, Adam Carriker. And I've never felt better about myself. Hi, I'm Chuck Carroll. This is Positivity Hour. But gentlemen, let's stop talking about Lord of the Rings. Let's start getting a little more diverted from this Gollum talk. I don't even know about Lord of the Rings. But Stephen, as long as we got you on the line, let's talk about something that I do know a little bit about, and that's the fact that the Washington Redskins have now strung together 4 wins in a row. You guys are playing at a very high level. And my question, I asked this earlier on the show to Grant Paulson, is this a product of adjustments that were made during the bye week, or is this just a product of your confidence building to a point now where you've strung together these 4 wins?
I think, it's a combination of both things. I think guys were a little beat up during the season. Guys were able to get back healthy during that bye week. And then just, committing yourselves to another run to get to the postseason, man. Everybody just try to pull together and say, we got 3 games in the NFC East, and if we pull these off, we're right back in the mix. But we've just been taking it week by week, and it's been working out for us.
Adam, what have you seen that's changed?
Like I said before, I think the bye week came at a perfect time. I mean, guys got to rest, guys got to heal, guys got to get away. Mentally, they got refreshed. Physically, they got refreshed, and now they're making this impressive run, beating teams that are already in the playoffs, like the Ravens. Well, the defending Super Bowl champs, the Giants, are not in yet because we're going to get in over them, but they won the Super Bowl, and now they're on this impressive one, which I said at the beginning of the year, this team is capable of. Do not throw in the towel. I said that at the beginning of the year. You know I did, and I've never left that bandwagon, and now I am the ringleader of said bandwagon.
I like it. Now, let's, instead of ripping me down, I'm all about positivity, okay? I'm the ball of sunshine in both of your lives. So let me say that. Here's Stephen, and this is the most professional 12 minutes of radio you're ever going to hear. Stephen, here's your opportunity to make Adam feel good. How much have you missed lining up with him this season?
Oh, I missed it, man. Adam's a force to be reckoned with, man. And, starting in that lineup, me, him, and Barry, Jinx and stuff like that. It's been great, man. Adam, we're going to come back next year, and we're going to get it done, man, between him and Arakpo. I think we have the best front 7 in the league.
I would absolutely agree, man. And, sitting at home on Sundays, that's just not what I'm built for. The first game I missed, I sent a text out to Barry and Bo, and I don't like to distract guys before the game, but the first game I missed, I had to say something, good luck, I wish I was out there with you, and just watching them, it ain't the same thing. Plus, I just miss hanging out with my guys, I saw Bo today at the facility. I made a joke. I said, say hi to Coach Bernie. I was being sarcastic, like, have fun in meetings.
Yeah,
I don't have to go. I didn't know if you caught that. I wasn't being serious. It was more of a joke, but I just miss those things.
Right on. Speaking of guys missing in action, also Brian Arakpo, he's lost for the year in that same game in St. Louis. Talk to me about the adjustments that the guys behind you, Stephen, have had to make and how they've stepped up and handled these adjustments without Arakpo.
Guys, they've been stepping up, man. Rob Jackson the most. He's just, taking advantage of his opportunities. And, she had the Shaq Close fumble. It's been great, man. Between him, Chris Wilson just stepping up on special teams for, in place of Rob. So, guys are just putting towards the effort, man, and just trying to get it done.
All right, and last football-related question. Obviously, everybody's eyes are on Robert Griffin III. Kirk Cousins, if he's in at quarterback Sunday against the Cleveland Browns, can this team still get it done?
Absolutely, man. I think we're going to get it done regardless of who's at quarterback. Today at practice, Kirk, he just looked lights out. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and I think that was part of the reason why they drafted him. That if any time Rob went down, it wouldn't be any drop off.
There you go. And I understand that you were a little bit of a wrestling fan growing up. Who was your guy? This is a pro wrestling show, so we have to ask this question.
My guy was Ultimate Warrior, man. I loved Ultimate Warrior. I mean, I even have a picture of me when I was little. My face was painted like Ultimate Warrior. I mean, he just would sprint out, kick somebody's butt, and just sprint back inside, man. I just loved everything about it.
Adam, you were a Warrior guy too, weren't you?
He was actually my favorite wrestler before. Now Goldberg is my favorite wrestler, but I love the energy, just the raw strength, the raw power. The guy was horrible on the microphone, but he was fun to watch, and I mean, he really was. His promos are epically not that great.
But that's what makes them so good. That's the funny thing about
that's what makes me turn the channel.
It's a train wreck. You can't turn away.
It's what makes me turn the channel. But then when the match would begin, I'd get back into it. Who knew what he was talking about? Crashing planes with Hogan in it. What are you talking about?
But Bo, you hit the nail on the head. Like, Warrior literally would sprint all the way to the ring and then all the way back to the dressing room. And I remember watching a documentary in which he's talking about, and I think maybe this was a WrestleMania event, one of the bigger shows that WWF at the time was doing, and the entrance was all the way at the other end of the football field, and the ring is all the way at the other side of the stadium. So by the time he gets to the ring, he is gassed. Matter of fact, this was a Royal Rumble. And he said, he had to take himself a good 45, 50 seconds before he could actually make a move. He just kind of had to stay there and look like an idiot. I was actually a Sting fan growing up. Kind of similar face paint, kind of different. Did you get a chance to watch any of Sting? Were you a Sting guy at all, Bo?
Yeah, I watched him on WCW, man. I used to catch him, man. It was pretty cool, too, man.
Here's a
I
trivia.
also liked like Razor Ramon. I mean, there's a couple of guys I used to like, man.
The toothpick and all that whole bit. I like that bit.
Yeah.
Here's a little trivia question for you. Who was the Ultimate Warrior's tag team partner when he originally started wrestling? I'll give you a hint. We just talked about him.
I know, because I believe I hit you with this.
Well, you hit me with the knowledge. It's either Razor Ramon. It was Sting. Now, that would have been the greatest tag team of all time had they stayed together.
Now, 2 points for you if you can tell me what their tag team name was.
The really jacked guys who wear paint on their face.
The Blade Runners.
The Blade Runners.
Close.
I should have known that.
Steven, do you get a chance now to watch any wrestling modern day?
I catch it here and there. I still watch, Cena. I watched the, Cena versus The Rock. I watched that wrestling match, but I haven't watched it in a while.
If we go to WrestleMania this year, this guy actually watches current wrestling. We got to bring him as our special Fourth and Pain correspondent.
I think that's a glorious idea.
I think that's what needs to happen.
The problem is you're going to have to keep us out of the ring. I mean, we're going to come in and we're just going to take over.
Oh, well, that's great publicity.
We're going to be the Bash
show.
Brothers. That's what we're going to be.
Dude, I'll manage you. I'll be like Jimmy Hart. I'll be on the outside with the megaphone.
The megaphone, I like it.
Absolutely. It'll be great.
How about you can paint your face white like Paul Bearer and just make really high noises and stuff like that?
Can you get your voice that high? Try.
Yes,
oh, wow.
Yes.
There you go. I can't do it. My voice will just crack like a little girl, so I'm not going to try. But you two are really good.
Stephen Bowen on Fourth and Pain, man. We greatly appreciate your time.
Oh, man. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming on.
It's Fourth and Pain. We'll be right back.